Good morning. Welcome to my thought for the day. We're continuing with the thought that we began yesterday in 1 Peter 2, verses 18 to 20, when Peter is talking about the workplace and about serving even the unfair or unworthy boss, the boss who's not a good boss, the boss who is actually bad. That we should serve as if we are serving Jesus himself. And he goes on to say, to explain this a bit more in verses 21 following. He says that this is what we've been called to. We've been called to be different, to live differently. We've said this so often in this book, that where other people, if things are difficult at work, will simply change jobs, simply leave. Why would you stay somewhere where you're ill-treated and your skills are not appreciated, and you're not perhaps credited with work that you've done? Someone else undermines you. Why stay there? Well, actually, if you are the Lord's, if you are serving the Lord, you can't really move and change jobs until the Lord endorses that, tells you can. Because while you are there, you are copying, mimicking, following the example of Jesus, which Peter describes here as the one who did no wrong, committed no sin, there was no evil, no guile in his lips. He was reviled, and he didn't revile in return. When he suffered, he didn't threaten, but he trusted to him who judges justly. So that's the example we should follow, so that when we are ill-treated at work, we do not return spiteful words or unkind words or angry words. We do not give back the wrong thing. We copy the example of Jesus when he was on trial, when he was rejected by his own people. He did not threaten. He did not revile the people that threatened him. He spoke the truth, but he did not reply in anger, get upset. He was like a lamb led to the slaughter. And why did he behave like this? Because he trusted that God, who judges justly, that God knew all about it, and that he was at the center of God's will. And so unless the Lord tells you can leave a place which is difficult to live in, you have to stay there. And you have to follow the example of Jesus, where you do not use your tongue to get back at the person, either into their face or behind their back. You do not return evil for evil. Instead, you pray for them. You honor them. You submit to them. It's horrible. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's really not easy. But we have to be different. We have to behave differently at work. We have to follow this incredible example that Jesus gave to us of what is right and what is wrong within every sphere of our life. And we are to bless those who ill-treat us. We are to honor those who are over us in whatever sphere we are in, whether it's in the home or in the workplace, whether it's in our community. We are to honor those who are over us, even if, as Peter had in his own life, the one at the top, Nero, was a rotter through and through. But Peter told his people to honor the emperor. It's a high calling to which we have been called, because Jesus set us such a wonderful example. And I think it's because of this that so many people around the world who are persecuted because they love Jesus, because they are Christians, they do not return evil for evil. They pray for the people who have despitefully used them. They pray for the people who have martyred their sons and daughters. They pray. They pray for the people who murdered their husband. They pray. And they seek salvation for those people. They live a supernatural life in their motivation and in their thinking. And they are following the great example of Jesus, who wanted more than anything that all men should come to salvation, no matter how evil they were, no matter how terrible they were. He did not want to see them punished. He took the punishment in their place. He set us the example that we are to follow. For to this you have been called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example, that you should follow in his steps. He committed no sin, no guile was found on his lips. When he was reviled, he did not revile in return. When he suffered, he did not threaten, but he trusted to him who judges justly. It's all an expression of trust. It's all an expression of trust. We don't have to fight to get what we need in life. We have the one who cares for us, the one who provides for us. We don't have to struggle to be blessed. We are blessed. And we take that blessing with us. And sometimes it's that very blessing which provokes nastiness and spitefulness in others because they just can't relate to it. So there's my thinking for today. It's a difficult thinking to do, but it's good to think, am I following the example of Jesus in my workplace, in my house, in my community? Am I following the example of Jesus? God bless you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.